Gwinnett County man's in jail after learning the hard way you just can't walk into a house, say, "This is mine now," and move in. The issue came to a head when the family who bought the home found the man living there and he wouldn't leave. Channel 2 Gwinnett County Bureau Chief Tony Thomas live near Suwanee. So, Tony, that man posted video online as he was claiming ownership of the $500,000 property.
That's right. In the video he taped as he checked out this place, Joel Fed told viewers that police couldn't do anything to him when he moved in anyway, and if they did show up and someone complained, well, the police would just tell them it was a civil issue. Checkmate. Police put him in jail, and residents around here are still shaking their heads.
I've seen a lot of things in my 56 years, but man, this is one of the wildest ones.
Neighbor Jack Campbell says he confronted Joel Fed as he moved into the home on Settlesbrook Court near Suwanee. The home's new owners had been locked out.
He had pulled all the blinds down to put private property, no trespassing.
I'm going to have to put my claims on it.
A couple days earlier, Fed and his nephew recorded this video as they looked over the property.
First thing you want to make sure is that it is vacant.
Fed told viewers it was his right to claim the land since he's indigenous peoples, a Moor.
Who gonna come tell me I can't take it? Who gonna come and take it from me? We are the law of the land. We are the landlords. We are Moors.
Neighbors say he posted these signs claiming a deed to the house and warned others not to trespass. Gwinnett County Police call this an apparent sovereign citizen case.
The soil. It's soil. I ain't encouraging, I ain't influencing, I ain't promoting anybody to do this. I just feel in my soul it's time for me to do it.
Fed's now in jail, charged with criminal trespass and damage, along with false statements.
At the time, we were all very worried about it. We've got a lot of young kids in this neighborhood, and yeah, it was real scary.
Oh, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. We're not black. We're Moorish Americans. Gone.
I'm told the new owners have regained control of the house and are in process of moving in.
Now it's time to take a look at how this Moorish sovereign actually got to the point of getting arrested. You guys wouldn't believe it. This Moorish sovereign actually filmed himself committing a crime. He actually filmed himself breaking into this house. So let's check it out.
Get the sign. Oh shit, you said the sign. So, I'm standing in front of it. This is illegal.
Wrong. Okay, so this Moorish fool broke into a house and claimed it as his own. This Moorish fool couldn't even understand that the house was already under contract, meaning it's pretty much sold. The new owners will be there very shortly. If he was a smart criminal, at least he should have picked a house that wasn't already under contract, and that would have at least bought him some more time. So under contract means somebody bought the house and they will be moving in soon. You silly, silly Moorish sovereign. You guys really have no clue of how life really works. All because you want to claim love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice, and claim indigenous fictitious rights. You overlook something as simple as the house already being under contract. The new owners will be there shortly to give your Moorish behind the boot.
This is illegal. Once you see that, that means, hey, you want it, it's yours. I want it, it's mine. So we finna put on Smith & Company Real Estate on notice because we're the only people on this land that can have an allotted title and have any rights or claims to the land. So they are, committing fraud and it's cheating our property. So, I'm taking a couple of pictures and I'm about to start, the process on reclaiming the land. And first I want to come in, make sure that you know, it is completely vacant.
These fools are actually window shopping right now.
But of course, I figured they would have to go a lot. But basically, man, what we do once we see some property that we want to claim, you know, I don't know step for step, but first thing you want to make sure that it is vacant. And it seems to be pretty vacant. Of course, we're
actually getting a Moorish lesson on how to commit a felony. This is absolutely ridiculous.
Oh, my bad. Just walk on in. Because it is our land. And it is our property. That part of the yard? Oh, that their yard.
I think that's their yard up there. But I don't know. No, because it got a fence, right? I don't know.
They got.
I don't know how that works.
I know how it works. I'm going to move them fences and we're going to box off whatever we want. That's how that's going to work. Yeah, man. I'm going ahead and put my claims on it. For the nation, man. But it's time. Hey, y'all can keep paying rent. Y'all can think this a game. Y'all can think we just capping. But real talk, we're taking the land back.
Oh, cap.
Now this is just, you know, this is probably just like a little starter. You know, we've got some Moors next door. I don't know if they, you know, they nationals or not, but they melanated people. But yeah, bro, once again, let me see. Let me go and put them on notice. Since this is a public live, I'm gonna make sure it's public. It's gonna be a public notice for these people right here. You know, Smith is not from here, obviously. If Smith is not from here, then Smith can't own it. This is fraud. Yeah, I'm glad you're getting that. Go on, get that on the good camera so we know what's really going on. Yeah, man. Back at my new crib, you know.
Okay, so at this point, he has graduated to inside of the house. So now he is inside. He has staked his claim. And now he's about to give us a grand tour of the house he just broke into. How simple-minded is this fool? He's about to give us a grand tour of him after he broken into a house. So he's just giving the police plenty of evidence. Silly, silly man. Silly, silly Moorish man.
Yeah, securing everything. I gotta put this down on headband on my nose because I gotta air it out before I move in. And last time I was breathing in some shit. And you know, wasn't healthy. But I can put these notifications on the window, let them know that not only have one of the indigenous people of the land took claim of this property. It's also a legal trust that just been filed. The ink probably still wet at the courthouse. The Moore family, we have a trust. If you in my tribe, we now have a trust. And man, it feels good not to be putting up no foo-foo stuff. Like this real deal, you know, documentation. And just to seal the deal, you know, let y'all see. Come on, Facebook. Okay, there we go. What they say? The Moore family, that's the trust. Who is the heir to the trust? Joel Dolan DeMoore Day. Okay. Okay. Yes, we doing everything the legal way. I might look like a bandit, but nah. That's what they want you to think. I'm actually one of the good guys. Reclaiming what's rightfully mine. Maybe that was too much tape. It's all good.
Okay, so the second notice he just put up is what makes it legal. Wow. These Moorish sovereigns are absolutely delusional. They read things like the Moorish Zodiac Constitution, and this is the outcome of reading those type of material. This man has broken into a house, he put up 2 signs, and he really thinks he's doing something legal because it is his quote-unquote land. This is why it is absolutely imperative for people that are being introduced to this literature to watch these type of videos so that way you can see the outcome. Do not join this group. Their literature will ruin your life.
All right, so you know, I got some more notices on the door. I'll do a little tour real quick since I'm in here. You know, this is Moorish, the new Moors of Morocco TV, you know, the Cribs edition, you know, taking back the land. Excuse the goofy look, but like I said, I can't breathe with whatever this is floating around in the house. Last time I had it, a headache the rest of the day. Let's go. Okay, as you can see, hold on. I lock myself in this one. Okay. You know, I got my declaration letting them know, you know, who I am, where I am, what I own, what I'm entitled to, what laws protect me. You know, I got the trust that I'm putting this property in. And I also have, you know, the trust from the from the IRS with my EIN and all of that stuff. You know, I ain't trying to put my information online. Hope I ain't get that. But yeah, man. Just a little view of the new crib. I only got one more thing to do, man. Once I put this quitclaim deed on the record, you know, it's a wrap. After that, it's mine. Now they gotta do a rebuttal. I mean, still, by me, you know, for now, you know, having my signs and me being in my proper status, that's already enough. But I want to go and close the whole deal with the paperwork and the courts and everything. And I got to find out what that beeping noise is. But we're going in, y'all. Okay. Yeah, I got the key, but I already don't came in, so okay. I ain't got my tools, so I gotta lock the door behind me because the police took my goddamn tools till I go back home and get some more. But first room, you know, if I want to hold my classes at, more than likely. Got a nice little wall, probably that wall, put my chalkboard on, you know. I walk over to the west wing of the second floor. You know, we got a little closet, you know, a nice little bathroom, you know. Whoever get this room, they got a nice little room with a bathroom, a little closet in there. Probably gonna have to share with the company. That's the only bad thing about having them type rooms. But you see, we got a big spacious living room. We got like 3, maybe 10-foot tall windows, you know, storm glass panes. You know, we got a nice little, I don't know what this is, dining area. Open it up to the kitchen. You know, like I said, man, we already got gas and all of that. So yeah, I can come in here and go ahead and start cooking it up, man. You know, I just want to get that last piece of paper, man. That last, you know, that quit claim deed, letting them know, hey, quit claiming my. But I'm already here, so by law, it's already mine till they do a rebuttal. But yeah, that's my little sign on the window, and no trespassing and whatnot. Step out here. Step out here to the balcony. You know, got a nice little balcony. See that yard? I'm finna take a lot of that. Or if I don't take it, I'ma just, you know, let my dog run all around there. Because I like kind of having like the little boxed in yard, because like I said, this ain't the permanent home. So I kind of like having a little small little yard. So it won't be hard for my dogs to, you know, detect whoever trying to come in my. Well, yeah, bro. You know, that's the balcony, back in the kitchen. Can't let nobody back in after I don't lock them out. But we in the kitchen, man, you know. We good, man. We got the stainless steel. Damn. You know who used to stay here, cuz, but we do not drink these. So you already know who was up in here. He gonna be mad as hell when he come back. But yeah, man, we got the double stoves. We got the stainless steel refrigerator. We got the stainless steel microwave. We got the stainless steel dishwasher. You know, we got running water. You know, we good. We lit. You know, everything works. You know, I don't know if the garage works, cause I ain't got no damn garage door opener, but I'm pretty sure they probably work. And the doorbell is the garage door opener, so yeah, we lit. But yeah, bro, I got a big ass, you know, 3-car, you know, 3-car garage, plenty more room out there in the driveway. Y'all already done seen the hoop.
This Moorish sovereign is absolutely insane. He really believes that he is about to be able to keep this home that he just broke into, all because it's his land and he put 3 little measly pieces of paper up on the front door. This is an absolute joke.
Y'all seen the hoop, you know, big ass driveway, you know, we have to entertain. And you know, hey, before battery died, man, then I had to take some professional pictures real quick, but well, okay. I'm walking up the stairs now. You know, I done showed y'all downstairs on the other video, my phone died. But you come upstairs, you know, we got the dual rooms. You know, you can go left or right. You know, you're gonna end up in the same place though. You got a little closet in here. You know, they say they 500,000, 500,000, but freedom when you're more and you know where you at and who you are, what you tied to. Look at that drop. Yo, I'm gonna get my Scarface on. Let them. Oh man, I'm standing right here with the K. I'm standing right here with the knocking, boy. Don't come up here playing. You know what I'm talking about? I might, you know, put my mom off in the little small little, you know, the little laid back safe room. I gotta keep the queen safe. You know what I'm talking about? She done already told me you need to get that master bedroom. But this a nice little room, you know, she got her own bathroom. You know, she don't want too much anyway. I still gotta get her a mansion. This ain't the mansion, it's just something to do. But yeah, man. This right here, man, this like the grand finale right here. But I'm telling you, I'm gonna have some good nights in here. I already know it. Cause boy, when you walk up, oh man, you step off in this thing like, this you, that's you, that's you. Yeah, that's me. I'm gonna have the big ass, you know, emperor bed. I ain't gonna get no king side. I'm getting the emperor side. You know, I'm gonna have my flat screen over there. You know, big as hell. Cause my bed gonna be way back here. So probably gotta get a movie screen. You know what I'm talking about? Get some more carpet in here. All that. Damn, I forgot to put the thing on my nose. Crazy. But yeah, man. Jacuzzi tub with the jets, you know, ready to go. You know, got the shower with the heads in there, with the multiple heads. Little bathroom, big ass walk-in closet. I'm pretty sure this is a little safe room right here. Yeah, a little safe room. You know, in case a nigga need to stash. But yeah, man, we lit. Look like Ninja Turtle with my nose, but I ain't finna be breathing now. But yeah, bro, we lit. We in here. Yeah, gotta file that quit claim deed. That one I'm gonna say that last little window pane at the top for. Cause once I put that deed in there, you know, at that point, if they want it back, we gotta go to court. At this point, we gotta go to court. But you know, I'm just lining everything up. Like I said this morning, man, we ain't out of line. We lining ourselves up. But yeah, bro. We in here on some straight bang. But yeah, that's the crib, you know. Upstairs, downstairs, 3 levels. They say it was 500,000, but thank you ancestors for the free gift. You know, it was already mine. I just had to realize that. And you know how we leave. You know, you got a lot to go behind you, right? Now, what do they give you when you first get a house? The keys. Who got the keys? Me. Who got the house? Me. Islam family. I self-law am master. For real. I'm not black, I'm Moorish American. I am Joe Dolan DeMore Day. On Facebook, in real life, and on the record. Islam family.
Okay, so how did we get here? This Moorish sovereign got here by reading things like the Moorish Zodiac Constitution. The scary part about this whole thing is that this Moorish man really believes everything that he just said. He really believes that he legally took possession of the home. And this is why I say Moorish science and Moorish literature ruins people's lives. Because once they start reading Moorish literature, they can no longer think rationally. Because no rationally thinking person would believe that he can just walk into a home that is being sold and take claim to it, and that it would really legally be his because he put up 3 pieces of paper in the front door. Like, this is absolutely mind-blowing. The next part of this whole thing that makes it absolutely ridiculous is that his mind is so clouded with this Moorish garbage that he doesn't even realize that he just filmed himself committing a crime. He just gave the DEA and the prosecutor all the evidence they need to convict him. Like, how ridiculous is that? Moorish science really messes these people's brains up because they read that stuff and they just go off the deep end. This brother just self-incriminated himself by filming him in a home that he has no business in. Moorish science clearly ruined this brother's life. Now, I was told that this individual is now on the run. So, being on the run, you already know there's not going to be a good outcome once the police catch up with you. This right here was one of the most ridiculous things that I've ever seen. This person just filmed himself committing a crime. He just filmed himself committing a felony. And he really believes that that home is now his home because of those 3 measly pieces of paper that he put up on that door. Those 3 papers that you can easily download from the internet. Wow. People, anybody looking to get into this group, don't do it. It will ruin your life. Watch all the videos that I have. These people are losing it all, literally. You do not want to go down the Moorish rabbit hole. It will not be conducive for your life.